This feeling I have is an old feeling, just a memory, it's not living now. Hi. Happy New Year. I wanted to talk a little bit today about, in my years of working with Don Miguel Ruiz, the author of the Four Agreements, we used to talk a lot about memories and how memories are, when we play them, they're like movies in our head, and that humans are the only animal that replays the same movie in our head. Other animals make a mistake or have something happen, experience some pain, and they realize that created pain and they don't do it again. And humans are the ones that make the mistake, experience the pain, and then go, oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh my God, what was I thinking? You know, and then we replay, look what I did. Oh, and we see it over and over again in our minds. And that the only thing that makes a feeling real in our body is the story that we are telling about it. The feelings are true, but the story we're telling is not true. Does that, I hope, make sense to you? So the idea then is that we can tell a different story, and also we can take an old story and see the actual truth about it. So we can take an old memory that may be a trauma or embarrassing or whatever kind of, levels of pain or sadness, and see the truth about them. My experience of this is that when I really look, like an eagle's view look, like from up above, where I'm not entangled emotionally with the memory, I can see what actually happened, and that person that hurt my feelings or whatever that was, I can always get to a point, if I fly up high enough in the eagle's view, and if I look clearly enough about their path in their lifetime and how they got there and my path, and I just see we had these two paths and they just went bink and hit together, and then this thing happened. And then I made up a story about it, and the story was, oh, I'm not good enough. I see, I deserve to be treated, whatever the story was that feels bad. That's what I have an option today, whether I want to believe that anymore, and to see the truth about it, that actually it was just somebody who was maybe had their own wounding and their old story, and they just came along and their story and their reactivity played into what was going on in the moment, and then I made up a story of what it meant. And often for me, I have found in my own healing of my wounds that often, maybe always, the story that I made up was the story that would have gone through the mind of a 3-year-old that had no way of understanding the complexities of someone else's wounding or what was actually going on there. And the other piece that I almost always end up walking away with from doing this exercise is seeing that what happened, it was not personal. It was so not about me. It was so not about what I did or didn't do. It was just what happened. And in that, I can see the experience with love, see myself with the love that was there in the first place, if I could have felt it, and see myself with the love that the universe has for me now. And it is a healing thing. And as I do this, it allows me to see that those old feelings are based on stories that aren't actually true, and then I don't believe them anymore. So this song, Old Feeling, is on a guided meditation that I have that is a Toltec meditation called Recapitulation. And it's also on my A Chance to Love CD. And it's about that. This feeling I have is an old feeling, just a memory, it's not living now. The only power it has is the power of what I believe. I love, and as I simply see, I'm free. I'm free. May you set yourself free today. Blessings.